Good afternoon. I'm Olivia Weil. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you some important information regarding this weekend's 200th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade in Savannah. Let's go now to Forsyth Park, where City of Savannah officials are holding a press conference. Take a listen.
The city's preparation for the St. Patrick's Day celebration happening now and happening until Sunday evening. And we're really excited about this year's 200th celebration, and just know that the City of Savannah, this is an all hands on deck affair. This is our Super Bowl, and we are ready to host visitors and host our residents in what should be a record-setting celebration for the City of Savannah. Today we're really going to focus on how to make a plan, how to be safe, and how to make sure that you can make it downtown and celebrate successfully, safely, and cleanly all weekend long for the Savannah St. Patrick's Day celebration, the 200th running. I'm Jay Melder. I'm the city manager. I'm joined here with members of Team Savannah staff, as well as our partners at Chatham Area Transit, who are going to talk to you about how you can come downtown a little easier this weekend as you're making plans with you and your family to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. A few things I want to remind folks before we get started with the public safety is to remember what we talked about last week, and that's to keep the green in St. Patrick's Day. This is the nation's largest national historic landmark district. It is a national park. Pack it in and pack it out. Please don't leave your trash for city crews to have to clean up after the parade or after the overnight. The more you take care of your own trash, the better we can get to doing services that really matter in terms of making sure that everyone's safe and protected during this celebration. So please be a partner with us in keeping Savannah clean and green during our St. Patrick's Day celebration. To help you achieve that cleanness and greenness, we will be out enforcing litter laws and enforcing our ordinance as it comes to litter and your responsibilities to pick up after yourselves and after your groups as you celebrate with us this weekend. Now we want to turn to really our public safety posture, our traffic and transportation posture, so that you have all the information that you need to know to make a plan for you and your family to safely and enjoyably celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Savannah this weekend. So I think the main things for folks to remember is go to our website, savannahga.gov/St. Pat's. You can find out all the information on road closures, event times, where SPD is going to have their command centers located, that you can find somebody in case you need to, where Savannah Fire is going to be posted in case you need to find someone when you need to, so that you can make a plan. So visit our website and make a plan so that you and your family can enjoy St. Patrick's Day safely. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our Director for Special Events, Film, and Tourism, otherwise known as our St. Patrick's Day czar, Susan Broker, to get the information kicked off. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. And I may be known as the czar, but it's really these people standing beside me that make this happen, and they make it happen for our community, a safe and clean St. Patrick's Day. It really feels like it's in the air right now, doesn't it? There's a sense about St. Patrick's Day in Savannah. We get it every year. You can feel it. Part of it's the pollen coming, but the other part is the beautiful weather that we enjoy here in our community. So I'm excited. I'm seeing people already wearing green around town and folks getting excited. I'm going to go over some reminders for you just to make sure that folks know, what they can expect when they come downtown. First of all, we are going to start signing the parade route today. The parade route remains the same. It as always has been for the last several years. You can find that parade route on our website, as the city manager just gave, and other important information like where a toilet is or where a food truck is. Please, like I said, pay attention to those signs along the route, because we will start towing cars on 4 a.m. on the morning of the parade, which is Saturday, March 16th. Please, we've had in the past have people put a lot of tables and chairs and things on the public right-of-way prior to the event or the celebration. Please do not do that until 6 p.m. on Friday evening. So that's March 15th at 6 p.m. And then when you do come out and put out your chair or whatever, please do not affix it to any city infrastructure or any private property. Make sure you leave enough room for pedestrians on the sidewalk and the like. As I said, vehicles will be removed from the parade route starting at 4 a.m. on Saturday. Street closures will begin at 6 a.m. River Street will be closed on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 10 a.m. Please, deliveries have to be made prior to that time. Make sure to accommodate for that. The parade starts at 10:15 as it always has. We are hoping that it's going to end between 2:15 and 3 p.m. and the roads will open soon thereafter. We try to get those roads open as soon as we possibly can. Remember that bars close at 2:55 a.m. Now, if you do put things out on the public right-of-way prior to 6 p.m. on Friday, those items will be removed and they will be taken to the Mason Room at the Civic Center. You will have until 12 noon on Sunday, March 17th to retrieve those items. So first of all, please don't put them out, but if for some reason you don't get the message, those can be picked up until noon on Sunday, March 17th. So a few things that we changed a couple of years ago are still going to be in practice for this year. No out-of-town motor coaches will be allowed. However, as you'll hear from Kat, our local shuttles will be running, but there will be no out-of-town party buses allowed. Also, we are going to extend the To-Go Cup zone for St. Patrick's Day only. So the day of, which is March 16th, the day we celebrated on. And that will be extended south to Victory Drive, west to the Talmadge Bridge, east to the Truman Parkway, and of course north to the river. Now, a little bit about keeping the green in St. Patrick's Day, just a couple more reminders. No styrofoam, no glass, bring your own litter bags. We will have marshals and police officers in the squares to help you, guide you, give you information. Make sure, again, as you listen to the public safety and fire rules, make sure to pay attention to lost items, take a picture of your child. These are important things as you plan for a big day downtown, but it's going to be a great one. It's our 200th. We're super proud of our city and are excited to host you all. And with that, I am going to bring up Steve Henry, who is our Senior Director of Transportation Services.
Thank you, Susan.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So we're looking forward to this weekend. We're expecting an exceptionally busy weekend. Our transportation team will be working out of the Emergency Operations Center. We'll be monitoring traffic cameras. We'll be adjusting signal timing. Be working with PD on street closures and managing our crowds in the downtown area. We would encourage, or we expect heavy traffic, heavy congestion. We expect times of gridlock. So if you're driving, we encourage you to have a plan and to be patient. Use Waze or other traffic apps to avoid traffic issues and road closures. Carpool if you can. Use public transit. And then if you're walking and biking, stay on the sidewalks. If you're walking, use your bike lanes if you're biking. It's just going to be really busy, crowded, congested. Everybody needs to, stay in their lane. So to put it that way. But speaking of public transit, I'm going to introduce Mary.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Mary Moskowitz, Chatham Area Transit. CAT will be making several adjustments during the St. Patrick's Day weekend. First off, we'd like to thank the City of Savannah. Thanks to their sponsorship, CAT will be offering 0 fare rides on our fixed route and paratransit services on Friday, March 15th, and Saturday, March 16th. The Savannah Bells ferries will be operating from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. Service will not be available to the City Hall Landing after 4 p.m. on Saturday. The ferries will only service the Weston Landing Dock on Hutchinson Island and the Waving Go Landing Dock at that time. There will be no DOT shuttle services on Saturday, March 16th. Normal operations will resume on Sunday, March 17th. All fixed routes will provide service to the Joe Murray Transit Center located at 610 West Oglethorpe Avenue, except for our routes 6 and 12. The following routes will access the ITC with no reroutes. That's Route 3 Chatham, Route 3B Augusta, 4 Barnyard, 5 Port Wentworth, the 7 DC, 17 Holt Silcope, and the West Lake 25. The following fixed routes will access the ITC, but will have reroutes. The 10 East Savannah, the 14 Abercorn, the 27 and 28 on Waters, and the 30-way Skidway. We ask that you please be patient with our transit service, and you may experience delays due to traffic conditions and road closures. CAT strives to provide service for all users, not just those getting to the St. Patrick's Day facilities, but for other riders that may be going to doctor's appointments or grocery shopping. We ask that everybody be understanding and thoughtful to others while utilizing our transit services. As a reminder, coolers and large bags are not allowed on transit buses. In addition to the zero fare fixed route and paratransit service, CAT will also be providing $5 shuttles at the following locations. There will be pickups in Port Wentworth at the Port Wentworth City Hall and the market at Rice Hope. These riders will be dropped off at Barnard and Oglethorpe. Within the city of Savannah, we will have 3 shuttle locations, one at the Walmart on Island Town Center, the Oglethorpe Mall. These riders will be dropped off at Liberty and East Broad. We will also be having a special shuttle at the Westside Shopping Center. These riders will be dropped off at Bernard and Oglethorpe. The shuttle riders can purchase a $5 all-day limited pass by downloading the Token Transit app. Please be prepared to show your digital ticket to the bus operator when you board. CAT will not be accepting any cash for tickets for shuttle services. More information about the special St. Patrick's Day services and all other St. Patrick's Day information can be found at our website, catchacat.org. And now I'll leave it to Sean to talk about parking.
Thank you, Mary.
Good afternoon. I'm going to be a broken record with this, but please have a plan. We are going to have a lot of people downtown. And in terms of parking, that you may have one of various options in front of you. If you have prepaid for your parking, and I would note that the prepaid period is now closed, you are allowed to come into the garage that Saturday around 8 a.m. Also, if you are a monthly card holder who has a card that operates on Saturday, we will, as we have done in past years, guarantee your space in the city garage up until 8 a.m. For everyone else who is coming and just trying to find a garage, we ask that you come sometime after 8 a.m. To secure your space. We will have capacity in most garages. We have not pre-sold every space in every garage. I would note, and we do this every year, if you are going to be in the Bryan Street garage or the State Street garage, please note that your ability to leave that garage is subject to the end of the parade. No vehicle will be allowed out of those facilities until we get an all clear on the street, and that is at the end of the parade once it has gone by. For those of you who are coming into downtown and just don't want to deal necessarily with the hassle of traffic trying to find a space in the garage, I would note, as we have in previous years, we anticipate we will have some capacity at the Eastern Wharf garage that's located off of President Street. That's a short walk into downtown from there. Beyond that, if you're driving, and I would make the recommendation to look at some of the various options that have been put in front of you before you do that, please be patient and understand you are probably going to have to park a ways or a few blocks or perhaps a lot of blocks from where you ultimately want to be. But first and foremost, please just have a plan. I will note that this year's rates are the same as they were last year. It's $25, a flat rate for the entire day. I would also say that Friday, Meters will not be enforced, but everything else will be. We're going to have a lot of people biking in. We're going to have a lot of people walking. One of our obligations is to protect their routes as they're coming in. Please don't park in a bike lane. Please don't park at a crosswalk. Please don't park on the yellow line. You will be subject to citations for those. A note about Friday night into Saturday morning. Always look at the signage. Signage is important. Note where you can and cannot park. Towing will start along the parade route, not that far after midnight into Saturday morning. Once you're towed, you will have to actually get clearance from us and then go off and get your vehicle from the tower. So I want you to have a good day. Please don't do that. One other thing as a reminder, if you are coming via rideshare, rideshare will operate as it normally does on Saturday morning and afternoon. However, Friday night and Saturday night, we will be instituting geo-fences for rideshare. They will point you to a specific spot that we will want you to pick up your vehicle. There are 3 of those spots. They're shown here. And they're also on the map at the city's website. Those geo-fences will be operational starting at 10 p.m. and going till 5 a.m. the next day. That's for both Friday night and Saturday night. With that, I will hand it over to Sergeant Pagliaro.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Good afternoon. As every year, SPD will be all hands on deck for this event. That's everybody who was supposed to have a day off will be working. There are no days off. We will have ample staffing within our precincts, but everybody else will be in the downtown area. If you need an officer, look for an officer. We're not going to be that hard to find. On top of us on parade day, we're bringing in another 200 officers from outside agencies to include Georgia Department of Public Safety, GSP, and MCCD, the Chatham County Sheriff's Office, Chatham County Police, Board of Education, and Department of Community Supervision will also be here. They will all be in uniform. We're not that hard to find. If you're out on the route and need something, ask one of us. We can get you an answer right away. As everybody has said, have a plan, especially come 4 a.m. on parade day. Once we start towing, we're going to start towing here in the staging area, and we're going to go down the route. If you are parked in those areas, your car is going to get towed. There's no way around it. We try to avoid it, but and we will try to make contact with you if we can. But there's a lot of cars and there's a lot of route, so we're going to start towing. And once your car is gone from the route, as Sean said, you're going to have to go to the tow company to pick it up. It's not going to be located downtown. If you're coming down during the other hours other than the parade, don't drink and drive. As I said, we're going to have 200 additional officers in the area. That's going to include GSP and their Nighthawks as well as our heat unit. If you are out drinking and driving, you are probably going to get stopped. If you get stopped, it is costly. Do not drink and drive. Come in a group, stay in a group, watch out for each other, be aware of what's going on around you. Parents, please take photos of your children. To tell me that my kid is a boy and he's wearing green isn't going to help me a whole lot. If you can give me a picture of your child, I stand a much better chance of finding him. We have ways to distribute that picture out to our officers along the route so we can locate them. Lost children during the parade will be taken to the nearest ambulance corral where we can reunite you with them. If it's during the non-parade hours, they'll be taken to one of our 2 command posts, either the River Street command post at the top of the City Hall ramp or our City Market command post, which is at St. Julian and MLK next to First African Baptist. Military police will also be at our command post, so if you're in the service and you get yourself in trouble, you're going to be dealing with your own folks on that. So realize that you're not only going to face city charges, but you're going to be looking at what could be happening to you from the military. Be responsible and represent yourself well. Use the Waze apps to avoid our closures, any road closures and things like that. As Susan said, River Street will be open from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. For deliveries downtown. Bay Street will close the morning of the parade at 9, so you will be able to get across town until 9 o'clock. But once Bay Street closes, you're going to be kind of restricted on getting from MLK towards the Truman Parkway. that point, I would suggest you head down to 37th Street and cut across that way, or take Anderson or Henry to get across town. If you're a pedestrian, please pay attention to sidewalks and please pay attention to these crosswalks. We don't need folks getting hit. There's going to be a lot of people, a lot of cars, a lot of things like that down here. Be responsible. Look out for one another. Don't drink to excess. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Handy from Savannah Fire.
Thank you, Sarge.
Thank you, Sergeant Piccolero. Savannah Fire Department will be out providing services as normal with a little bit of an increase. What we have done is we've created zones. Our citizens and visitors should expect normal services. We do anticipate crowds, and to combat the crowds, we've created zones. We've identified special units to be placed into those zones to best service the needs in those areas. So there should not be any type of reduction in emergency services as needed. We handle that as an all hazards approach for all emergencies that are needed. Something we want to point out is all Savannah Fire facilities are safe places. If there is a need, a safe place, someone needs to go somewhere, Savannah Fire Department has a safe place sign on the front. Along with that, if you find yourself that you cannot get into communications with an emergency services that's needed, you can go to an emergency call box that's located on the front of the station. You can pick that up and it'll get you directly into the emergency 911 center for services needed. Something we've partnered up with area departments is having fire marshals from Tybee, from Cobb County, from Garden City and Port Wentworth to be out checking for occupancy loads in the establishments that will be operating. That will be needed for ingress and egress inside the facility and right on the outside of the front door of the facility. So we encourage our operators to comply, which they have. We have had several meetings for that, and everybody is operating on the same page. Last thing I would like to have is something that you've seen from the beginning of this press conference to the end is have a plan for your family. That cannot stress that enough. To have a plan for your family. What are you doing? Where you're going? Where you're picking up? Where you're dropping off? At this point, I'd like to ask our city manager, Jay Melder, to come back up.
Thank you, Chief. Okay, so before we get to questions, I just want to do a quick reminder, review of some stuff. We gave a lot of information. It's all on our website, savannahga.gov/St. Pat's. But what we're asking everybody to do is keep it green. Think about a shamrock. A shamrock has 4 green leaves. We want people to be clean. We want people to be safe. We want people to be prepared, and we want people to be patient. If you can do those 4 things, you are going to have a great St. Patrick's Day celebration with all of your friends, with all of the friends you're going to meet this weekend, and certainly with all of Team Savannah. So with that, we'd love to answer any questions that anybody has of us at this time.
And you have been watching a live press conference from Savannah city officials over in Forsyth Park. We heard from police and other city officials mainly saying to have a plan to make sure you take a picture of your child ahead of time just in case you get separated. You can show police. Our city manager Jay Melder saying keep it clean, safe, be prepared, and be patient. Again, we're now less than 4 days away from the 200th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Savannah. The city is expecting a record turnout. For more information about the Savannah St. Patrick's Day Parade, parking, bathrooms, and more, you can scan that QR code that you see there on your screen or visit our website. And make sure to tune into our next newscast, WJCL 22 News at 4. I'm Olivia Weil. Thank you so much for watching. We return now to your regularly scheduled programming.